We'll be on in a second, guys.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, fabulous. I hope you can see my screen, everybody. How's everybody doing? All right, guys. Hope you had a successful trading day. It was kind of cray-cray today. As you can see, just based on this chart, this is exactly what you're going to see throughout every day, all throughout the tickers today. The first hour and a half, it was basically uh, cray-cray up, cray up, cray up, and then it started to drop like a rock after basically 11 on the dot. Um, you can see here on our little heat map, aka, oops, not this. Hold on a second, let me move this out of the way. My apologies. You can see on the heat map here that it was a mixed bag of things, but mostly like red. But on the big companies, you can see it was unsettling. It was very unsettled. It was just all over the place, up and down. Obviously, Nvidia was the winner. Um, but you can see everything is like a Christmas tree here, red and green. So let's take a look at the winners and the losers, and maybe we'll get some notes and ideas for tomorrow. CVNA Carvana was the winner. And you can tell that if this was the winner, something's going on because this is not a star. And we consider this trash stock. Um, Hold on, I don't know why it's not working. But according to this, it was the winner. But you can see it was a hanger at the end of the day. Everything was a hanger today. So no matter which way we look at it, it's gonna be a hanger. Let's see, 30, 60. Uh, we'll look at the minute. Um, so yeah, most of everything did its job at the beginning of the day, but then everything went kind of it was a slide of a show. Sam, we had this a long time ago when I first started trading. I got into this nonsense because I didn't know what I was doing and I was blind and I was just following what I thought was the right thing to do, but I just didn't know anything. And I got into something that was way up here, uh, really crazy. And then it started to have a dumpster fire, similar to this. This looks like it's doing a little breakout. For people who are kind of interested, it looks like it's starting to break up from this point. It had a hammer here and it's starting to it could potentially start to bounce up, but I wouldn't 100% trust it until I see another green candle maybe tomorrow. However, this might be a good idea. It didn't have, it's still losing money, but people like to drink. This was a mistake of mine of getting it when it was like, I don't know, 1,000 or $3,000. I forget how much it was. Um, but 227, um, is, interesting, number because it's like what it's supposed to be, you see? So this is actually a good buying zone from for Sam. You can, I think we got it around here or something, and we thought it was going to continue to go up, but it didn't happen. Roku, um, let me put this back to the daily. My fault, my guys. Um, it had a good, sort of a good day. It's been sliding down, started to pick up today's. It could also potentially have a breakup because it is in the 200. This could potentially also be a good one. This was the hanger yesterday, but today is saying, wait a minute. And this is a good buying zone for Roku. So that's another one that people could see some potential gains, at least for a couple of days, even if it returns. Micron, um, Micron looks like it bounced down here. This was the ticket to get even here. Obviously, here better, but the show has ended. And what I can see here is actually a good short in the future. Because every time it hits kind of this area, it starts to go down based on this pattern that I'm seeing here. And it was a beautiful hanger. Hangers at the top near the ceiling. This could potentially go down. So this one could be also a good one for tomorrow. Uber, um, similar, but we'll skip it. I don't want to deal with that. Fresh Pet, a good friend of mine, is now at $80 and it's gonna continue. It's gonna continue. All I can say is that this Fresh Pet is was a error of mine. And I hope you traders don't get into anything that is not good. So if you were supposed to get it here or even here, but it's gonna get down here to $20. Less, so you can still make money off of this. It might do some bounces, it might, here, it could, do a little jump up, but at some point it's gonna get back to $20. Uh, Dear Ford, it's on hard buy based on this, and that tells you all you need to know. Uh, this is $3.72. Not ideal for trading, but it was the winner of the day. So we will just say, hey, it's starting to pick up. It's doing a little hammer up here, kind of rejecting this hanger from yesterday and kind of say, hey, maybe I'll start going up a little bit. But this needs more evidence. Like I said before, I wouldn't trade it because this doesn't make even $1 a day, but you would have to get massive amounts of share and kind of waste your time looking at it because it's probably slow as a turtle. AMD, moves 425 a day. Miss Green talked about this yesterday. She mentioned that this area was a good buying zone, which it was. If it does a little down turn and it gets back into this area, I wouldn't reject it getting a few shares. It likes this area a lot, this 100 zone. But it's starting to pick up. So see if it does a little bounce down, get it, and then it could continue. The only thing I would be worried about it is that it is near these ceilings and it could dramatically drop down. So yeah, I would wait, see if it goes down a little bit, and then if it does another turn, the time will tell. Our favorite here is NVDA, a little NVDA for everybody. Had a hanger today. It's been hanging around here. It's been hanging around here. We want to see that it breaks this level here so it could potentially go up, but it's just stalling at the moment and just kind of say, hey, should I go up or should I go crashing down? We have to see another day to see what will really happen. XOM, XOM's been killing it after this hammer over here. March 5th, it's been going up every single day. And it could probably continue with this tariff war slash cray-crayness that's going on. A good level to potentially short it is between 120 and 125. But I see that it's already, we missed the train, which was right here, but you could still get a couple of dollars in here. Dollar try. Um, I see it's in here in the buying zone. Um, I wouldn't get it right now. It could potentially go down a little bit, but it is something to watch, see what it does, get more evidence of strongness. A lot of people will probably not be buying this or getting into, well, with the economic events that could happen, people will can start buying a lot of stuff at Dollar Tree again. Okay, so those are a couple of things that we look at, and you can see, let's look at the losers. Our wonderful friend Niket. Nikete had her earnings today. Let's see what happened. So during the day, it did what every basically every ticker did, which was go up, kind of neutralized around 11 to start hanging the slide. So today the long was the first hour and a half, but it was a short all the way. Earnings, let's see, positive earnings, 86.21%. And as always, with these cray-cray nut cases, even if earnings is good and outlook is bad and tariffs and all this stuff, they just the market makers bring stuff down on purpose. And they're saying, hell no right now. So this could go down a little bit more, as I had mentioned. Um, let's see. I think it could stay around here still. This is still a great buying zone. So even if you didn't do good on the earnings, please, I believe that this is still a great buying zone. I just need evidence that it's going to start moving up. And once that happens, is you're good to go. But still, it should be watched. It's a really good stock and it's not that crazy cheap. I mean, it's crazy expensive or crazy cheap, and it moves about $2 a day. So that's our friend Nikete. Caro, not a good friend. Dickety Dicks, we'll take a look at just for reference sakes.
What did you say your opinion was on Nikete?
I said Nikete's still in a good buying zone, even though it didn't have a great outcome in the earnings, but it's still a lie because earnings were good. And I
Yeah,
said,
they're just saying that it did like it's didn't do as well as it did last year. The
yeah,
sales.
but how that's like
Yes,
I
but
said,
that's what would be expected. So this is why I think it's gonna have a good chance to come up tomorrow.
I think it's in a good area. It could come down a little bit more, slightly, but it's still going to come up. Nikete is in a good area here, and we have seen evidence that every time it's around here, it does a little bouncy, bouncy. So good price on Nikete, good stock, and it didn't do bad. But the market makers just wanted to bring it down and get some people upset and yada, yada, yada. You know how market makers are. Dickety Dick was the third loser. You can see this is a red candle. It's going to continue to go down a little bit more. Let's keep an eye on this area. Let's see if it's in a good buying zone area. We have this area of demarcation around here, a buck 50. Um, but also here, kind of where it's at, is also a good area. So I would also be watchful of this, but the evidence is still red. Test around 180. If it passes this area down here, it's going to get down here. So be in the lookout for that. Try to get the best precio, aka price. Um, and that's it. Americana slided today close to 2%, 1.99. Let's see. I like it around 10-ish. Not a bad price here either. It's good. It's a good price. Here it's telling you it's a good price. Obviously I'm not paying too much attention to this, but Americana did slide 2%. Everything did. Everything was just like they were trying to trickety trick those market makers. Let's see. Let's look at EBC, our buddy. They banks have been having a great run. And I think it could still continue. This is a good area to buy this because it could bounce up. Keep close eye on EBC if you're interested, and the bancos in general. Manzana sana, apple, still here in the close to the 200. It's been testing the waters like every other tech company. So we just have to keep a close watch on that nonsense. Um, Same deal. But two hangers. This is a neutral hanger. It could continue to go down a little bit more before they're happy. Tesla. Um, it had a neutral candle today. And it has been cray down for the last 4 weeks and a half. So this neutral candle could mean, hey, let's stop maybe going down and let's start picking back up now. I would say take a look at Tesla for those Tesla fans out there, and see what's up. That's basically it, my friends. I don't have anything else. Let's see. Let me look. I always like looking at McDonald's. And the reason I like looking at it is because my kids, they love this nonsense. Um, and even if Americans just like fast food, this thing is not gonna die anytime soon. It's expensive at the moment. This was the place to get it at. Um, let's see if it gets back down here one day again. And no matter if it's red, yellow, green, just get it, set it and forget it.
It didn't come down. The arch went up.
What? Right here?
If you shrink it, the arch went up.
Here's the McDonald's. Woo, woo, woo. McDonald's arch.
So it what do you call it? It escaped. What did it call it? It blew out or whatever. It went to a next level.
Right here.
No, Elisa, there
I
were
don't know.
the current present tense.
This thing,
Yes.
yeah, it's bounced off here. Strong as heck. People are still gonna buy McDonald's. They're gonna use the
So
coupon.
even if the economy goes bad, people are still going to be buying
It doesn't
McDonald's.
matter if the economy's bad. It doesn't matter if the economy is good. It
Oh,
doesn't
you
matter.
can get a meal for like what, $5 or something?
It doesn't matter because people are gonna get this nonsense anytime, any
Wherever
day.
people can get a meal for $5, they'll be buying McDonald's.
It's even if it's not a meal, they're just gonna go get a cafe and call it a
Yeah,
day. They're gonna go get
well,
a
most
hash brown.
likely they're gonna get a cafe, but they're gonna get a meal too.
Yes. I'm
And
just
that's
saying people are going to get this no matter what, even if it's, if the prices are up the yin yang in other places, that people are going to go get a hash brown for free and then they're going to
Mhm.
get their coffee. This
Mhm.
thing, I'm telling you folks, this is one of those things just kind of like Walmart, but this is even better.
But what happens is you end up getting food because if I go and get a coffee and then I'm like, oh, let me get a sandwich or let me get, like you said, a hash brown or
You're going
something
to
to
get
go
a
with
hash
it.
brown. You're just going to get it. And if you have kids like me, I don't um
And kids
I don't
definitely.
encourage this food at all because I actually cook every day, aka my mom cooks for me as well, and I cook on the
AKA
weekend.
your mom cooks every day.
Um, and I have good meals every day, but even with that, these kids ask me for McDonald's on a weekly, like, oh, can we get some fries? Can we get some a Big Mac? And usually I use the
And
coupon.
these are kids that like home cooked food. So
Yes,
if you have kids that like home cooked food and they still ask for Mickey D's, what about the kids that aren't used to home cooked food and they're raised on fast food? You know they be eating at Mickey D's every other day.
every day at night or whatever. I'm just saying, guys, and sorry. Please get this, and I'm gonna get this. If it gets to 280, get a few shares. But if it gets, I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you the price right now, guys. If it gets to 269, 260, just get this. Look at this.
260 to 240.
Look at this. There's evidence right here. Every time it hits this, boom, it goes back. Every time it hits this, boom, it goes back up. Every time it hits, boom. So if it gets to 260, between 2670 and 240. Even if you just get a few shares to test it here and then it goes back down, who cares? Average in, set it and forget it, and then sell it at 335 because that's what it's going to go. This is a lovely stock that is expensive, but not really because it's a good one. And call it a day. Anyway, my friends, tomorrow is Viernes, aka Friday. Have a wonderful trading day tomorrow and the rest of the week. I hope you guys are successful. You guys make tons of money. We hope we all do. And keep up your spirits when you have a bad day, when you have one of those days where you lose some money, turn the cheek, make the next trade. The next trade will be better. Fix whatever you need to fix and keep it moving. We all make mistakes, but you got to keep it moving because the next day will be better and you will get better every day. Or like me, it might take a few months or years, but you'll get there. I'm still in the game, even though sometimes I make lots of mistakes as well. Try to keep your emotions cool. Try to look at stuff twice before you make a rash decision. Look at it and do some stuff long term in your long term account and do your daily trading on another account and manage that risk. That's all I can say. Have a great day. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, put some tickers up. And Miss Green, you have any thoughts, questions,
No, other than
commentarios?
I like Nikete. I'm in it. I think it's a good long, especially where it's at. And go Nikete, get the $75 tomorrow so I can KAT and make my dinero. Peace.
Peace out.